Why I Know That You Do Not Love Your Children, What Every Parent Should Know, by Baa Ankh Em Rayay. Read by Alicia Mackenzie. Scroll 1 of the Fuzzy Logic series. Produced by Golden Child Promotions Publishing Company. Chapter 5. Things. In past times, the prerequisite was affording basic needs, such as food, shelter, and love. We didn't care if we had the new Xbox or PlayStation, or the new Nike Air Jordans, or that shiny new fast car or new sofa. If we had these things, it was very much appreciated, but if we didn't, then we appreciated the little we had. We always made things work, without excuses, without blaming it on a lack of this or a lack of that. Often people blame lack of material possessions for stopping them from achieving their goals or arriving at their destinations. This appears to be the trend these days. What do you think? Many people today are still suffering, or so it would seem. People of today still appear to be suffering, even though affording basic needs is no longer a problem. However, if we really analyse the root cause of this suffering we speak of, we would find that it has been self-created. Think about it, please. If it is not a necessity, then we do not really need it. We may like, want, or desire it, but if it is something other than the fulfillment of a basic need, we do not need it. We should instill this concept into our children. This is just my humble point of view. What are your thoughts? Please check out the following article. Reasons Why We Suffer. 1. We want more than enough. Most of us suffer because we want things that do not add value to our lives. We have a roof over our heads and enough money for us to work on our passion, but surprisingly, we are sad because we do not have some luxurious gadgets that never add value to our lives. The media, through movies, music, and advertisements, have lied to us that our happiness depends on the number of things we own. This lie has made people who have enough money to be richer than half of the world's population to believe that they are inadequate just because they do not own the luxuries that the rich and famous possess. This feeling of inadequacy has led to mental illnesses such as depression and anxiety, hence resulting in suffering. In addition, we fail to understand that we don't have to worry about possessing luxurious products because the only things we have to do is work hard, and these things shall follow. 2. Attachment to the ungraspable. Another factor that results in our suffering is attaching ourselves to temporary things such as our material possessions. Most of us attach ourselves deeply to our material possessions because we love them so much. We fail to realize the fact that these things are temporary. For instance, they are vulnerable to theft or destruction, and so we can lose them any time. We are not conscious of the fact that identifying ourselves with these possessions ensures that we suffer. For example, you fail to realize that the frustration that arises after losing your phone occurs because you have identified yourself with the gadget. Therefore, to avoid suffering, we must realize our attachments to temporary things and only identify ourselves with divine intelligence, which is a permanent source of wealth and happiness. 3. Not realizing that the source of creation dwells in us. Most of us believe that we are physical beings without any value on this earth. We fail to realize that we are spiritual beings living in human bodies and that we are gods because the divine intelligence exists in us. We do not realize that the divine intelligence in us is what takes part in enabling our bodies to perform bodily functions such as digestion, breathing, or blood circulation. If we reflect on the fact that the divine intelligence exists in us, we will never suffer our hardships because we will realize that we have the power to overcome all the challenges that life throws at us. This knowledge also ensures that we are free from suffering because it makes us realize that we have enough wisdom in life to deal with our circumstances. Therefore, we have to realize that we are gods and that the problems we face only appear as problems because we ignore the fact that the Creator Spirit exists in us. Thus, what appears as a problem must not make you suffer because it is nothing compared to who we are. 4. Comparing ourselves to others. Today, most of us love comparing ourselves with others, hence bringing stress in our lives because there are some people who will always be better than us. For instance, no matter how much money you earn, there will always be some friends who will be making a higher amount than you. Also, no matter how good looking you are, there will always be people who are better looking than you. Comparing ourselves to others leads to suffering because it makes us care so much about people's opinions about us. Therefore, to avoid suffering, We must avoid comparing ourselves with others, and we must only concentrate on checking our progress by assessing where we are today and comparing our current situation with who we were yesterday. This is an excellent article by Isaac, a Kenyan entrepreneur, a professional research writer, and founder of www.unboundedwisdom.com. He loves sharing ideas related to success and spirituality, and he likes enlightening people on the factors that could help them live a happy and successful life. He pretty much sums up everything that I wanted to say on this matter. The only point that I feel like re-emphasising is his third point, and I strongly advise that we instill this fact, ingrain this fact into the mind of our children. The fact that they are creators. They are the creators of the new world. They are our future gods and goddesses. They should know this. If we get this part right, it will most definitely make the world a better place. Before you say the world is a bad place and things are out of your control or our control, please think about it. The next time you say, "What can we do?" please think about it. Next time we are feeling that we cannot do nothing, we should do something. Remember, the world is ours and our children hold the keys to the future. Let us make a nice future for our golden ones. Let us give them the right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding.